afternoon, everyone. You're welcome to yet another Size Hustle Web Development Internship class, anchored by Saka Sherif Alade. From where we stopped yesterday, we will continue from that part today. All right. As I promised that we are going to look at text formatting, links, and adding images, and what is it called, creating or adding hyperlinks. So we are going to look at some of these things. We have looked at what is HTML, basic HTML parts, and how to format text. Then we are going to look at how to add image and links. So without wasting much of our time, let us quickly see what we have yesterday is this. And every one of us were able to do something as simple as is supposed to be. And let me quickly inform you, those of you that have been asking what are they going to do, what is happening as regard the CSS and JavaScript. Yes, there will be other tutor mentors that will be guiding you on what to do on that. So for now, just take it that this is HTML. They will proceed to what the CSS and the JavaScript as times goes on. So basically what we are going to do today is look at from this place here. This text, they are not as bold as they supposed to be, but if you want them to be, we have different types of formats that you can add to them. Let's say, for example, you want this text to be bold. You can do something like this on that, on the text. For example, you have this. You can create something as this. You have this tag here that you have here. I have it. Then I can have a closing corresponding B there. That's it. So now Ctrl S. When I preview here, you can see topic to be covered is not bold. When I refresh it now, you see it's now bold. That is a way to format a text. Another thing that you can add is, instead of you using bold, you can use strong. Strong and bold somehow come up the same way. Let me just use this for this particular one here. If I said strong and I close this other one here too, strong, Ctrl S. When I say this is basic HTML, that's what we formatted. If I refresh it now, you see the same thing come out as this. So that is that about that text. Now if I want to italicize a particular text, I can as well come like this. Okay, let me see. If I say I and I close it like this. Now let's go to the page. Control. You see the text is now italicized, and it goes and goes and goes like that. So there are many other ones you can use, like the mark for highlight, del for strike through or to delete, ins for insert, sub for sup, SUP, that is subscripts for SUB for subscript, SUP for what superscript. So all these things can be used in your text formatting. You can search for how you can do some of those things using one of the recommended links or platform, that is W3 schools, w3schools.com. You can use that. You can use that on your platform to carry out formatting as you want to do. So just for example, you have all of this, the I and M elements, you have the small elements, you have the mark elements, you have the delete elements, ins elements, sub elements, and the rest. So like for example, if you want to see the output of the subscript elements, you can see this is how it is implemented. This is subscripted text. So when you see, you can even see some of the examples. You can see the word subscripted is shortened in this way. So you can get more of the HTML on that platform. So that is going back to our work again. We quickly want to look at the next thing in line, that is inserting an a form, and the next thing form, image and links. Now let us quickly go back. Now for you to insert a form, you actually need a form tag. Let me create the form in a div. So we have something like this form. So I have the form, then you have input type. Sorry, my input is not correct. Input type, the type of the I want it to be a text. Now the name, I can say the f name. That is the name of the text I want. That is first name of an individual. So I leave that as it is. Now the next one I want to copy, you look at is a text again. I said L name. Okay, sorry, I still a text, and the name I want it to be L name. L name. Why the last one? Okay, let me just say maybe username or email. Oh, sorry, I've missed something here. Let's say from the beginning here, if I want it to be first name, I put it there. The next one I want it to be last name, I put it there. Then the next one that I want, I say the email. Type text, I said it is an email. So the next one I want is a password. The input type, I want it to be a password. Alright, now I save. When I save that, then the next one I want submit. I said we type button. Button. I want it to have a value called what? Submit. Now let me save and look at what I have now. Control R. So you cannot see all these files are all on one line. What I do, if I want them to be on the separate line, I have to use a break element. So how will I do that? I just come like this and say BR. So this I will just have to put on each of the lines. Alright, save, Ctrl R, Ctrl S, then coming back to the page, Ctrl R. You see all of them now have their own separate lines. So now if I want to demarcate this line from, I want to demarcate this part from this other place here, I can use horizontal line to demarcate them for one another. So what is the horizontal line? Let's just say HR, horizontal rule. So I can use that to demarcate them from that line. Ctrl R. So it demarcates that portion from the other ones below it. So this is a simple form in HTML. Okay, let us quickly add an image. Let's say at the top before the lesson 1, after the internship, welcome to Science Hustle, I can say image img, then the source of the image. Let's see if I have an image here. Online lesson 2020. Okay, let me quickly look for the image. I want to use. One moment please, let me quickly look for the image I want to use so that I can know how I'm going to refer to it. Online lesson 2020. Okay, so I have images. So let me quickly see the one that I'm going to use. Okay, I have a folder called online lesson 2020. Then the image I want to use, okay, let me just say training. The image is called training. That's it, training. And you have to be sure of the extension, that is the dot whatever the name of this. So this one is at a .png file. As you can see, .png file. So go back into my folder. This is the root directory of that file, images. Then it is the name is called training. So going into my code, I will have source. Then I will have something like this, images / then the name of the file .png. Then save it. All right, then let us see what is going to appear there. All right, probably the links. Okay, what is happening? Okay, all right, so we have it there. So the training, the dot means the root directory, that it should go to the roots of the directory that is required for you to get to the actual file you are talking about. If you are online, you just give the link to the directory you want to refer to. More on that you can get at on your web page. So now the last thing I want to cover now is how you can link from one page to another. Now I'm going to add a new page to this work here. Said let me add new file. So I call it what? Ctrl S. Yes. Okay. This part now, let's say I want to call it tax or lesson 2. Lesson 2.html. Now I save it. Now I save that work. Instead of me doing or creating, okay, let me just do for the sake of those that have not. Yes, we start that is one good advantage of Sublime Text. It will automatically give you that result. Now the next thing I want to say, there's a side, the title side also interns. Then the body, in the body I want to have a hyperlink. Now I will have something like I want to have a link, or let me just make it a kind of a link UL. Then in this UL I want to have list of links li. Then I have lesson 1. Lesson 1. For this lesson 1, I can have href. Okay, sorry. href. Then it should be lesson 1.html. Then you close the brackets that. Close the A tag. Then I will copy this and paste. Now I give this lesson 2 so that it will take me back to lesson 2 page. Save that. Then I can copy the whole of this link and take it back to lesson 1. Okay, sorry, it's index.html that we call this, not lesson 1. Sorry. So I will take it and just say index index.html, index.html. So the other one is lesson 2. So now take this back to lesson 1. I will just paste this there. So I have index.html and save it. Now, having saved that, if I save my work and refresh it, you see the index are now there. If I go to lesson 2, it is going to open lesson 2 page for me. If I click lesson 1, it's going to take me back to lesson 1 page. So this is how links works in HTML. I believe with this simple one we have done, you will be able to add text, format the text, add form, add image, and then add links to it. All right, this will be all for what I'm actually want to show you for today's lesson. Any other attacks, any other question, you can forward it to the channel, or you forward it directly to my own. You can DM me in the Slack channel. All right, thank you very much, and see you next time or before the end of the internship. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, as I said, you can forward it to my DM.